Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being patient. As I've said before, I do my best to, you know, accommodate clients and things like that. So it's almost unavoidable, but I thank you so much for joining me on Fun Facts Friday. Hopefully we won't get any more, disturbances for our hour. I definitely will be popping back in and off if that is the case. So please bear with me and I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments. Don't forget to like or love this post. I would appreciate that. And also you can share. So please do that with your friends, share with your friends and other people that you feel as though would benefit from this. And I just leaned down because this card just popped out. Today I'm using the Doreen Virtue Angel deck for today's message. All right. And we have Two of Earth. And look at this fiery scene here. Very, very magical. Sorry, I have a little hair going on. Definitely because of the Mercury retrograde is going to be happening. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Lori. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate that. Again, don't forget to share this with your friends and give me a love, okay? Give me lots of love. Today's message for Friday, August 26th, is a Two of Earth card, and it says, too much going on at once. There you go, right? I just got through saying that. But we're going to be accommodating, right? We're going to make sure that we help those that come to us and need us. The need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. I mean, hello, are the angels coming through me or what today? Hi, Nikki. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate that. Definitely. I mean, it's all about being optimistic. And I know that sometimes our initial reaction is to be like, oh my God, and just, really, get all hyped up about things and overwhelmed and anxiety ridden and those kind. But listen, take a deep breath. Just smile. Force yourself to smile, okay? If need be. Hi, Jess. Nice to see you. Definitely sometimes, everything comes at us at one time and we feel like we're being pulled in many directions. That's the time or a sign for you to just put the brakes on and say, wait a minute here. What are the priorities? And you definitely say, you know what, I have to leave, this and go to this, and take care of this first. I happen to do this all the time. It's really a thing about practicing, because especially if you're not used to, good morning, Jess, thank you. Especially if you're not used to it, and you're just kind of used to your old habit of just getting overwhelmed and frustrated or angry or resentful or anything like that. It's definitely something to practice. I'm so happy you guys are here. So know that with me, what I've actually been practicing is as soon as I'll be doing something, right? I'll be involved in something, and then all of a sudden, boop, pop in my head, oh my gosh, I have to mail out my bill tomorrow, right? Now, if I don't get up and go get that bill and put it on the table or put it in my pocketbook or whatever, I'm not going to remember that bill. And then the whole day tomorrow is going to go by. And you know when I'm going to remember that? I'm going to remember it the following night when I'm laying in bed. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Sharon. Nice to see you both. Thank you so much. Again, if you have any questions today, feel free to put them in the comments, and I'll definitely get to them as soon as I can, okay? But yeah, if you don't force yourself to say, you know what, no, if I don't do this right now, I'm going to forget it. And you listen, you know yourself too well, right? So, the following night, you'd be laying in bed going, darn it, I never did that bill, right? Or I never put that in my pocketbook. So just be aware of who you are, your own habits that kind of hold you back from really living a purposeful life. And I'm telling you, the more you practice this, it benefits you because you're strengthening a muscle that maybe you never used or hardly used your whole life, and it's really helping you to create not only healthy boundaries for yourself, but rearranging your priorities, and learning to say no, or hold on, or pause, I have to come back to you because I got to deal with something else that's really needs my attention at this moment. That's not selfish. That's living life and living healthy boundaries and being true to who you are. So know that although it may seem interruptive, is that a word? At the moment, by saying, hold on, I got to get up, I got to go put that bill in my pocketbook, or put it on the table so that I don't forget it tomorrow. It only takes 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds of your life to deal or take care of a situation before you come back to that other list that you have. Okay? So today's card is Two of Earth again. And they're asking me to look at the image, okay, to get further information for you guys. Okay, so this fairy, this is an image of a fairy or angel fairy. Definitely, I see the ears there. It's really about listening to yourself and knowing that, guess what? The world isn't going to end, the world is not going to end if you just take a moment and deal with what you, listen, not what somebody else thinks is important or what have you. You have to pay attention to you. You are important. And so with that, see the fairy here has got the world in the palm of her hands, and trying to figure out, what's important. There's lots of other things going on around her. Yes, she's saying, you know what, I need to focus on this right now so that I can move forward. So that's really important. Image, definitely. And I wanted to show you the rainbow here. There's always a glimmer of hope. Okay. Know that, it's really easy to get discouraged when we have so many things going on. So be aware that you are in control. The world does not control you. Your environment does not control you. You control yourself. So again, the message today, stay positive. Try to practice, okay, when you catch yourself in an anxiety mode or overwhelmed, and you start getting a little huffy, I call it huffy puffy, because listen, I used to be huffy puffy, but now I'm not. So, I still do. Only the closest of people know that though about me. But just know that it's really about you practicing and just taking back control. For all your life, you let everything else, kind of take wind or take hold of your emotions and things of that nature. But the angels are saying, especially with the Mercury retrograde coming up, okay, I think that's tomorrow maybe, that this is causing a lot of energy for you to take back. I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, Mercury retrograde, everything's going to fail, everything's going to fall apart. No, not necessarily. Mercury retrograde is about change and really moving forward and almost like giving you the courage to kind of bust through and hold on tight. It's about you staying true to who you are, staying in your own positivity and not letting outside influences kind of control you. So it's all encompassing for sure. The other thing too, let me listen to them really quickly, and then I'm going to get to some of your questions, okay? With the Mercury retrograde, it is known not to make any serious decisions. Whether this be about your relationship, marital status, whatever the case may be, moving, changing jobs. It's really not, even though you're getting that feeling, some of you, it's not a good time to do it during the Mercury retrograde, because too many people that are not self-aware, that are not tuned into themselves, that are not tuned into the angels, aren't on the same energy wavelength as you. So if you're, say, going to a real estate agent or selling your house or buying a house or what have you, their energy isn't matching up with yours, and so that's when things can fail, or has been known to fail during Mercury retrogrades. So just be aware of that. I hope that explains it a lot. But let me. They're telling me now to get back get back to the questions here. Deborah asks, and good morning, Deborah. Should I have my sort valve replaced? I don't know what that is. Oh, aorta. Okay, she corrected it. Don't you love? Oh my goodness, don't get me started on that. Oh boy, yeah. Okay, aorta valve replaced. Seriously, automatically I hear no. And I'm gonna listen to them and ask them why. Because I don't just like to say no. They just said it's not. I'm going to tell you what this. I'm going to tell you as they're talking to me. They just said, Deborah. They just said it's not necessary because you can do this with diet change. I feel like there's a lot of I don't know what's kind of causing it. They keep showing me oil. I don't know if you like fried foods. I don't have no idea why. Listen, I can only give you what they give me. It's not really for me to figure out. I try, but know that they keep showing me like diet. They keep talking to me about diet, and they show me oil. So just be aware of like what you're putting in your body, and know that that's what's kind of affecting this. I don't know. I keep hearing no. I'm not really getting. So I'm gonna let that go for a minute, Deborah, and maybe they'll continue to like kind of feed me stuff as I go along. So know that that's what's going to be going on here. I want to just kind of move on. I'm just hearing no, that you shouldn't get it replaced. And here, okay, so see, now they're telling me. They just told me that it would be too much on your body. Like you're already suffering with a lot of trauma to your body, and they don't want you to put your body through that any longer. So know that that's their reasoning. Okay? But listen, again, I'm not a doctor. Follow your own intuition. What does your intuition tell you? I can only tell you what I'm hearing, okay, from a higher place. But your doctors and you, your family, kind of know best on what would be appropriate for you. So definitely listen to your own intuition about it. But honestly, I mean, listen, we ask questions because our intuition is already telling us something, okay, about the topic. So know that that's definitely something to pay attention to. I definitely wouldn't second guess yourself. Okay? Don't second guess yourself. Be true to who you are and listen to you. So good luck with that, Deborah. I wish you all the best, of course, and I'll definitely keep you in my prayers for you to get some more clarity on that before you make any decisions, okay? Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that. Okay, Laurie Hoey. Was my daughter alone when she died, and is she okay? No, your daughter was not alone. I feel that you were there. Now, whether you were there energetically or spiritually, but I definitely see angels around her. So she was not alone. And I feel that a grandmother energy. I feel now whether this is your grandmother, like one generation above you, or if this is two, but I definitely feel that a grandmother energy pulled this child and is holding this child, okay? Because I see an older woman holding this child. So know that definitely there was no lost. There's no like lost. You know, like how sometimes like we think like astronauts like floating in space. That's what I'm meaning by that. Like there was no like floating in space. I'm alone, and like there was none of that. Okay, it was like direct, and I just and then the holding. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you so much. Sharon Davidson Lee asks, Debbie and I have a friend that passed away from cancer. His name is Mike. Sorry about that. His name is Mike. Can you see anything? Was this pancreatic? Because right away he had me go. And I don't know if he was just a jokester and he always used to rub his balls, but I don't look at me go right down there. Sorry. See, they tell me too much sometimes. This is sometimes embarrassing for me. But right away, Mike's like going like this, you know. So I don't know if he was just a jokester or what, or if it was pancreatic, or definitely in that area. Definitely on the he's having me go on the right. Okay, he's having me go on the right side. So know that he's definitely pointing that out. You know, again, I'm trying to interpret like his personality the best way that I can. And I don't know if he's actually giving me like the truth, or just being a jokester. So it's hard for me sometimes to decipher. But yeah, he's super sweet, super fun guy. And he's saying, thank you for remembering him. Okay. He just said, thank you. Thank you both for remembering him. And he goes, mwah, like that. You're welcome, Kim. You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. Nikki French. Does my mom, Connie, have any messages for me as far as what direction I should take with decisions? Okay, Nikki, let me listen to your mom for a minute here. I mean, she's a tough cookie. I feel like if she was here, she would be like, you know, go for it, go for it. You know, that's what I hear her saying. And she definitely is your biggest cheerleader. Don't think that just because she's not here physically that she's not doing that up there for you, because she definitely is. I feel like she is like giving you the thumbs up. She's just saying, go for it, go for it. You know, she doesn't want you to second guess yourself. She really wants you to feel confident. She just said to me, you know, I really tried to give my daughter, like, build her confidence, give her a lot of confidence. She keeps talking about giving you confidence and building that in you. But you were sensitive. You were a sensitive child, Nikki. So it's almost like it was like walking on eggshells kind of thing. She just didn't want to be too, I guess, aggressive with, like, showering a lot of, you know, stuff on you, if that makes any sense. So know that your mom definitely loves you. And she's, I don't know what she keeps doing. Psychically, they know to give me certain symbols, okay? And your mom keeps doing the buttercup flower, the little yellow buttercup flower underneath your chin, but then it turns into like a bouquet of daisies or like field flowers or something. So know that she definitely wanted me to give you those today, okay? She also says happy birthday. Whose birthday is it, Nikki? Kim Clifford. Is my mom okay? And do you know if she is with me? I mean, listen, I talk to Spirit all day long sometimes, for the most part. I mean, sometimes I do get a break and kind of close my door and you know, have time with myself. But for the most part, I'm always hearing Spirit, always seeing Spirit. They're always wanting to share and tell me things. Whether this is my own family that are always trying to like get my attention, or maybe somebody kind of sticks with me for a little bit until I deliver a message. For instance, and I'll give you a good example, went out to dinner the other night and sitting there, and all of a sudden I say, that waitress's grandmother is coming through. I have to. Like, I feel compelled to tell her. It was definitely a grandmother energy. Now, whether this was her great-grandmother or, you know, a maternal grandmother, I didn't know. And so, anyways, I had the courage to speak up to her and say, you know, I'm a medium. I just wanted to let you know that there's a grandmother energy around you and that they're watching over you, they're with you, they're supporting you in your schooling and so on and so forth. And she said, well, my grandfather just passed away. And she goes, this means so much to me. So see, I mean, listen, they are with you. Your mom is with you, okay? She loves you and adores you and protects you and watches over you. And especially, what's up with the grandchildren, Kim? She keeps talking to me about like being so excited about grandchildren. Was she unable to meet one of your children, or you haven't had the children yet, and so she just, I don't know if this is like something that kind of weighs heavy on your heart, like my mom will never be able to, meet her grandchildren. That is not true. They will see her, they will love her, they will play with her in spirit. She will definitely be a doting grandmother from the other side. So know that if that's one of your fears or something that you definitely like weighs heavy on you emotionally, it's not true. She loves you. She's with you all the time. Why is she shaking the keys? Why is she shaking the keys, Kim? Okay? I'll leave you with that. All right. Let's see. Oh, your daughter's name was Meg. That's beautiful. And, Laurie, your daughter was named after. Your daughter is named after somebody, correct? Because she's telling me, oh, I'm named after my auntie or whatever have you. So know that she's, blessed to have been named after this important person in your life. Hi, Barbara. Nice to see you. Mwah! Love you. Riley asks, is my grandpa proud of me? And I was just wondering if he's okay. Okay, so right away, Riley, your grandfather shows me that he was sick, okay, that he was sick, and so I don't know if he spent his last days and he passed away in the hospital, but he's kind of showing me that environment, so that's why I'm kind of being drawn to say that, okay? So the other thing too, and I don't know if like you hold some guilt about not being able to go and see him or visit him at the hospital before he passed away, but he's talking to me about that. And why is he talking to me about trains? Why is he talking to me about the trains, Riley? Because he's showing me choo 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 like trains. So I don't know if he bought you trains when you were little, or he loved trains, or what the heck's going on with that. But definitely he wants you to remember the good times that you had. He definitely is proud of you. I feel like you were like a son to him. So with that being said, Riley, and I don't know if you believe in this or not, but I'm just going to tell you, okay, what I get. You actually were connected in a past lifetime. I actually feel as though that he was your dad in a past life, and that's why you guys had that close bond, that connection, that deep magnetic connection to one another. It's like heart to heart, heart to heart. He keeps saying to me. So, and I don't know if that's how he passed, okay, but he's definitely he's a really laid back, funny guy. So know that your grandfather does love you and misses you as much as you miss him. Again, think of all the fun times you guys had together, okay? Definitely proud of you. Thank you, Riley. All right, Crystal. Good morning, Crystal. She says, can you tell me if my grandfather is okay and happy? Well, listen, I mean... I don't know if your grandmother had passed away prior to him, because as soon as I ask him that, he says, well, I'm not happy to leave you guys, but I was happy to see her again. So I don't know if he was able to like meet your grandmother on the other side, the love of his life on the other side, and be reunited with her, and also see family that had passed prior to him, his brothers. I feel like there's a lot of men around him. I don't know if the family's full of men, but I definitely feel a lot of testosterone over there on the other side for your family, Crystal. So know that I definitely would say that he is okay. Yep, that he is okay. And he is happy because he has family over there. Even though he misses you guys here in the physical world, he definitely was reunited with family that had passed prior to him. And I definitely feel like brothers, okay? Like, he keeps talking to me about the brother. So I don't know if his brother passed away at a very young age and, his whole life he felt kind of empty, without him physically. But know that he's definitely happy. And he's playing cards. He's playing cards, by the way, Crystal, okay? He's over there playing cards. Oh, good, Sharon. Thank you. Thank you for that update. I'm glad that the probiotic is actually helping your stomach issues. Definitely. We don't realize that, we have good and bad bacteria in our bellies, and that when it gets unbalanced, it causes us a lot of issues. So that, again, it's great to be diligent about who, yourself, and about your health and what you're putting in your body, and getting yourself back on track. So I'm glad that's working out for you, Sharon. That's awesome. Thank you. Jessica, can you tell me if my best friend Leslie is okay? Jessica, I feel as though like this was like a childhood friend. I don't know if like you were best friends in elementary school or what have you. I just feel like there's that kind of longevity of your relationship with Leslie. So know that, and she keeps showing me like pom-poms, like cheering. So I don't know if that's something that you guys did together or what, but she keeps showing me like pom-poms. And I don't know if she's validating like your daughter's being in cheer or what have you. I don't know what she's trying to get me to say. She's talking so fast. But yeah, definitely know that she misses you, and she's really proud of you, she just said. Okay? Hi, Karen. Nice to see you here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Hi, Roxy. Nice to see you here. Again, if any of you have any questions, definitely feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll get to them as soon as I can. I'm so happy to be able to do this with you guys. I love this. And again, share this with your friends. Give me a thumbs up. Give me my love hearts. Okay, I want to see love hearts going across the screen. We have a great group of you guys here right now, so it's great. Oh, great. Great validation, Nikki. Thank you so much. So I don't know if you typically celebrated her birthday, but she's definitely saying, thank you guys. She's definitely saying, bringing up the birthday. Okay. And I don't know if you guys celebrated it like in memory of her, or definitely did something, went and brought her flowers, to her gravesite for her birthday, but know that she's definitely validating. So thank you. That's awesome. I get goosebumps. Michelle. Michelle asks, is my sister around me and my children? Your sister is something else, Michelle. Oh my God. As soon as I tune into her and I ask her, she has the most sarcastic sense of humor. She's making me laugh so much. Holy crap. Sorry. Oh my God, Michelle. Because she says to me, she said, you're asking about being around you and your sister. She goes, what do you think? I can be everywhere, two places at the same time? I got my own family, my own kids, my own things to look after, my own puppies. She's talking about dogs, little dogs, like little dogs. But definitely she's so funny. Know that she's definitely watching over you, of course. I mean, listen, sisterly love, and you'll definitely see each other again. So know that that's what she wanted me to tell you, okay? I don't know if she was like skeptical about that, but she's making a big joke about it now. She's just like, oh, don't worry. We'll see each other again. Almost like she can't wait to like pick on you again or something, or harass you. So yeah, physically she's not here, but definitely in spirit she is around you. And I don't know if she keeps talking to me and telling me that she keeps tricking you, like doing something. So I don't know if like the beeper on your stove keeps going off, the time, like, I don't know. She keeps telling me like something keeps beeping and you're like, what the heck? I thought I shut that off, or I thought know that that's your sister, okay? Whatever the case may be, and just know that that's your sister just being a jokester and goofing with you and harassing you from the other side. Okay, Michelle, thank you so much for your question. Okay, Sharon, that's a loaded question. Okay, Sharon asks, if when she's able to go back to work, if I think that she or her angels think that she can make it on her own financially and physically. And here's the thing. Your angels are giving you up here, okay? They're calling you out, Sharon, because they say that you burn your candle at both ends. So ultimately, even though you have the goal of like wanting to do all this stuff, listen, embrace your Limitations. It's okay. We are only human. I know that society like puts on us that we have to like do it all and be super women and like cook and clean and this and that and those and always be on the go and not, have a life. But please know that to answer your question, yes, you will be able to do it, but with limitations. So with that being said, you're going to have to create those healthy boundaries and put, embrace those limitations of yourself. So know that, of course, you always succeed at everything you do anyway, Sharon, they just said. So you will be successful, but just don't put so much on your plate, okay? Be realistic about it. Don't think like, oh, I'm being lazy. No, you deserve to put your feet up, okay? Even if you just did one project and then relax for the rest of the day. That's you embracing your limitations, okay? That's you staying true to who you are and keeping your health balanced. We talk about balance, Sharon. So know that that's something really important for you to do, okay? I hope that answers your question. Good morning, Roxy. Love you. Glad to see you here. Jessica. All right, let me just clear a little bit of energy here for a minute. Jessica asks, do I have any loved ones around me? First of all, I gotta tell you, I don't know if you have a lot of dogs around you, like dogs. Like all of a sudden, some couple of dogs just came running up as soon as I said your name, and I wasn't sure if that was for somebody else or if that was for you. So that's why I had to stop and clear my energy for a minute. But no, they're showing up. I also see a horse. So I don't know if you ever had a horse in your life or that you were close to a horse. Not that you owned it. Okay, don't take me literally, but I definitely feel a horse connection. So whether your mom owned a horse or your best friend owned a horse and then a horse passed away, just know that this horse feels definitely connected to you. And okay, so I'm sure you want to know about like grandparents and things of that nature. I definitely feel a set of grandparents around you. This doesn't have to be necessarily both from one side, like not like your paternal mother and grandmother and grandfather, or vice versa. It could be one from each side. They keep telling me, so know that they definitely are loving on you and supporting you. And also, I have a grandfather energy for you, Jessica, that's talking about you driving. I don't know what that means. But be aware that your grandfather is sitting next to you in the car driving, okay? And he's just like, slow down. It's really what he's saying. Okay. And strangely enough, well, to me anyway, there in your family, in your lineage, Jessica, they were also talking to me about your connection with cars. So I don't know, for instance, and I'm just going to put this out there because my interpretation, but you know what they're talking about, I'm sure. But I guess they want me to jumble up, to kind of click the pieces together, I guess, for you. I don't know if your grandfather was really into cars, worked on cars, was a mechanic, or owned car. I don't know what this is, but they also talking to me like, I don't know, like if someone in your family actually like invented a car. That's really interesting. That'd be cool, right? Yeah, so just be aware, like, because your grandfather was like very adamant, okay, and this could be your great grandfather as well when I say grandfather. So just know, like, he's very adamant about the connection with cars and like very, very proud and saying, oh yeah, we got cars that go way back. My great grandfather, invented a car or whatever. So who knows? Maybe you're connected to Henry Ford. I have no idea. That would be cool though, huh? No. Leslie is not mad at her husband. She wants him to be happy. Okay, Evelyn? Okay. Laura asks, my father passed away 4 years ago. I miss him desperately. Everyone misses him. Please tell him I'm sorry that I let him down. Okay, Laura. Heavy, heavy energy. And I say heavy, heavy energy because I feel a lot of emotional stuff from you. Let's put it that way. Yeah, you haven't made the right choices, but you're back on your feet. And your father's like, stay there. So although it wasn't the best choice, but listen, you are here on your own journey. Okay. Even though your father was the backbone of the family, he's the one that kept everything together. He's the one that made, it a family. And he was the strong voice in your family. Everyone looked up to him. Everyone respected him. Everyone loved him. Everyone loved your father. Your father was very, very charismatic. But listen, your dad had his own stuff going on too. He just never told anyone about it. He just never shared it with any. He kept it all inside. And so I feel like, his passing was really kind of release that. It's kind of interesting way of saying it, but I can only give you what they're telling me, okay? So please bear with me as I relay these messages. Your father misses you too, and misses the family as well. But he also knows that even though he was that man that was the backbone, you all have your own backbones. He's like, get on with it. He's just like, you can do it too. Just because I was the one that kept everything together doesn't mean that you guys can't do your part and be your own backbones. So know that although this was a very, very hard passing for all of you, was like unexpected. I feel it was unexpected. Like he kind of got taken away from you unexpectedly. It went very quickly. Listen, everything happens for a reason, and your dad loves you and supports you and all your decisions. He wants you to stay sober, is what he just told me. Okay, so know that he wants you to stay on the right track. He wants you to keep doing the right things. You already know the right things, and even though they're hard, listen, call on him. Ask him for strength. Ask him for guidance. Ask him for courage. Ask him for his bravery. I don't know if he was a police officer, but I definitely feel that kind of nature in him, the way that he's standing so tall and things like that. So I don't know if he was in the service or if he's trying to tell me that he was a police officer and got killed in the line of duty. But definitely no, like, he's very prideful. Okay, that's all that really, he is like the American. He's like, I am an American, he's all very proud about that. So just be aware that your dad does love you, Laura. He's very proud of you. Listen, you've come a long way, baby. That's what he just said to me. Okay, so know that you did not let him down. You are on your own journey, learning and growing and doing the best way that you know how, that your soul knows how. So keep listening to the soul. Your soul has gotten you back on the right track. Keep listening to that, not the junk that's in your head, okay? Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that, and I hope that helps you. Linda asks, I was wondering if you could tell my friend Odell and I anything about her love and my friend Gary. About her love. Linda, I might need Odell here to connect to her to get to Gary. Because I'm not really picking up anything. So I'm going to let that go for right now. But thank you for your question. I may get back to it later on, okay? You have nothing to be sorry about, Jessica. Leslie loves you and supports you and wants you to be loved and wants you to be, wants you to move forward. So know that she's not judging you at all. She knows like that, you needed to do what you needed to do. Yes, Evelyn, you are correct. That's right. Leslie knows that it wasn't your fault. Absolutely. See, that's the thing. True friends, although, it's kind of built into us to kind of judge each other or not see through the eyes of unconditional love, because listen, not all of us were brought up that way. So we don't have that skill. We don't have that knowledge of seeing things through the eyes of love. And that's something definitely that you can build and really embrace within yourself. So when we feel that someone, or that we disappointed ourselves, that we kind of did something that our soul was telling us that wasn't right to do, or maybe it's really the voice in our head, the illusions of our past that we've been kind of berated to believe, the illusions, cause us to really have these misbeliefs about who we are and about ourselves. So know that if you're following your heart and you're being true to yourself and you're being honest, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, everyone's going to judge you no matter what you do, right? So, and let them judge, but try to be the person that is the friend to the people that you love, that does not judge and gives the best, okay, gives the best voice. So, and that's exactly what Evelyn was doing. And I don't know your connection to Evelyn, Jessica, so know that I feel that Evelyn would be your best friend because she's loving you unconditionally and giving you that ancient knowledge and from her heart, and letting you know that that is not true. What you believe to be true is not true. This is what you believe is in your mind. It's been kind of, focused on a little too much. So try to let that go. That would be the best thing. And that's not easy, but definitely you can go outside and do like maybe a little, a spiritual thing, where you kind of give it out to the universe, and so that you no longer carry that around with you, okay, Leslie? Because that's really what's going to hold you back. If you keep carrying around this guilt and these things with you. Oh, you're very welcome, Sharon. You're very welcome. Your angels are always with you and loving you unconditionally. You just got to learn how to listen to them, that's all. Or listen to them a little bit better, because sometimes I even, Oh, Jessica, that's why he kept on talking about the cars. Oh, he taught you how to drive. That's great. Oh, that's awesome. I really truly feel, though, that you, somewhere within your family, there is some sort of like famous person or someone that invented some sort of car or something. He's really adamant about like, oh yeah, my father built cars and, did cars, and his grandfather, and, I feel like it was like a family thing, the whole car thing. But that's awesome. Oh, good. See, remember the good times, Jessica. He wants you to remember the good times, and he's bringing back those memories. That's awesome. Good morning, Grace. Nice to see you here. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. All right, let's see here. I'm going to scroll down a little bit here because I know I have lots of questions to get to, and I want to make sure I get people. Okay. Roxy asks, do you have any messages for me financially? Path, love, health, or advice? All right, let me listen to your angels for a minute, Roxy, and see. They just said you are finding your way. So trust what's going on right now with you, Roxy. Trust your path, okay? I know it's scary for you. I know these changes are scary for you, but they just keep saying trust your path. You're going in the right direction, okay? It's hard. It is hard. It is hard to make changes. It is hard to maybe think outside the box or go down a path that you had in your mind. You're like, well, this is what I had planned out, and now those plans aren't working out. Where does that leave me? I mean, yeah, that's really, discouraging sometimes and upsetting, but you got to remember that everything happens for a reason. And I feel like the angels are trying to guide you to the next opportunity. So for instance, and I'm going to put this, see, this is totally, okay, we're back. This is totally separate from you, Roxy. I just want to put this out there to everyone. When something happens in your life, whether it be losing your job, being redirected in a relationship, or maybe change of environment, your house, whatever the case may be. When things pop up in your life, it's for a reason. It is your angels trying to get you to think outside the box and say, well, wait a minute. Although you have this planned, we have something better for you. And we want you to trust in us. And we want you to follow us. And although sometimes we don't get, because listen, us humans, we want the answer right now, right? Because we Google everything, right? We want the answer right now. And that's been embedded in us. We've been, taught to think that way. But when you trust in the universe and you allow just kind of things to happen around you, and you trust in your angels' guidance. Because listen, you didn't get this far in life out of pure luck. You got this far in life because you went down a path that you chose on your own free will, and then your angels guided you back onto the path that they had planned for you all along. It all comes back around. And, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And that light at the end of the tunnel is your angels showing you, hey, listen, we got something better for you. We got something more for you. So know that that's definitely something to pay attention to. It's hard because, of course, if something kind of comes out unexpectedly that we didn't have planned, it like throws us for a loop. I mean, it even throws me for a loop. And I'm just like, I'm taken back. But then I just re-center myself and I say, wait a minute here, There has to be something more to this, even though I'm not getting the answer right now that I want, and I'm not understanding and having all the puzzle pieces right now. I'm definitely going to find out. My angels aren't going to do me wrong. They're going to give me the answer one way or another, and it might take a week, it might take a month, but I'm going to see the light eventually. So just know that that's what they wanted me to share with you, Roxy, is that you need to listen to your heart, follow their guidance, and know that there's no right or wrong. Because again, even if you decide to go down a certain path, and the path, the angels would kept saying, go straight, and you're like, no, I want to go right, that's okay. They don't judge you. They'll love you. They're going to go with you. They're like, okay, fine, we'll go right. We'll go the long way. And that's really what it is. It's a long way back around onto the same path. So know that that's how it works anyway. At least from my understanding, they've shown it to me many times. They've done this to me to help me understand my path, my journey. And so I'm more apt to not second guess them now. But it's human nature. Listen, we're only human, right? Grace asks, will I find a good job? Well, here, what's your interpretation of a good job? Do you want to go to a job that you love and that you enjoy, or do you want to just go to get a paycheck? It's your choice. So don't settle, Grace. I know that, financially things get tough, and people live paycheck to paycheck and things of that nature. But I will tell you, even if you choose to settle, and you put it in your mind, you're like, okay, I'm just going to stay, and just get this job just so that I can get back into the work environment and get going. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to continue doing, outside of work, I'm going to continue doing legwork and sending my resume to the job that I really, really love. The one that I know that I'm going to love and find joy in and love going to. And so I'm going to just settle for a little bit. It's okay to settle for a little bit, just as long as you don't settle and just saying, well, I'll just take it. Yeah. No. So that's what they're saying to me. So yes, you will find a good job as long as you listen to yourself and don't be honest with yourself, is what they just said. Okay, so I don't know if that's physically, they just want you to pay attention, don't overdo it, because they just said don't overdo it. So don't put yourself, even though it pays really good money, so for instance, I'm gonna put this out there, to be a FedEx driver or overnight person that loads the trucks or whatever, and it pays buco bucks, and you're like, ooh, that would be a great job because I'm gonna make good money. No, physically, it's going to be very, demanding on your body and things of that nature. I'm not saying don't go and be a FedEx driver. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just putting it out there that you have to be honest with who you are and what your capabilities are and what you feel comfortable doing. Okay? So if you have the muscle to go and work overnight and be, loading the trucks on FedEx or UPS or whatever, Walmart, whatever the case may be, then go for it. If you're strong and your body can handle that, But if not, then be honest with yourself. It's not going to be worth the $20, because you're just going to be exhausted and not have a life and whatever the case may be. Just judge it by your own environment and your family and the needs of your family, okay? Evelyn's asking about Leslie's passing and if she was scared. Listen, yes, okay, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, she was scared. Not scared to go to heaven. She was scared to leave everybody. She saw the looks on people's faces. And, and, and I don't know if that's something that she did, but she all of a sudden listen, when I do things, it's because spirit is telling me to do it. It's, I know I have my own, personality and characteristics, but typically it means something, especially when they start having me overly do something like that. It's kind of strange. So no, if she was always straightening out glasses, or she was a perfectionist, know that that's what she's doing to me right now. Anyway, no, listen, of course. I mean, she was a fighter, okay? She was a fighter. I keep feeling as though that she passed from, like, say, breast cancer. That was the first thing that came up, because she talked to me about Susan G. Komen. And that's breast cancer. So, know that it, yeah, absolutely was scary. Okay? Absolutely. But not to go to heaven. It was to leave all of you, everyone that she loved, okay? But she's okay now. I mean, she's watching over everybody. She loves everybody. She's over the moon. She just said that she's over the moon. So, know that she definitely loves you. Your dad was in the National Guard. No wonder he was like, I'm proud American. Oh, yeah. Did he used to sing too? Was he like one of those jolly fellows that sang, Laura? Because he's just like, all of a sudden he has me like, dun, 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 like, that was Star Wars, sorry. But yeah, like, all of a sudden, has me stand up. Yeah, and he definitely was the backbone of the family. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm gonna give a generalized answer to Laurie's question, Laura Hoey. When spirit crosses over, again, it's that whole, like, we envision, like, this astronaut, like, they're floating out in space sometimes, some of us think of it that way, and that's really not the case at all. It's interesting, because I've even had some people say, well, no one in my family has passed away. That was the first person that passed away in my family, so I think they're over there by themselves. And I'm just like, that is not the case. There are many lineages, ancestors over there. You may have never, ever have met them. Your great-grandparents, your great-great-grandparents, your aunts and uncles and things of that nature. People that, maybe you never even knew existed. Because a lot of times back in the day, there were secrets in families where some people had two separate families, or had children outside of marriage, or it happened within their own family. For instance, your father, parents, okay, your grandparents had children outside of the marriage, or had stepchildren. So know that we're all connected. And there's always someone over there that is, bringing us over and to join them and being reunited. So even though we don't know them, they know you. They know you. So be aware that they're definitely all together. Okay, Laurie? Thank you so much for your question. Let's see here. Oh, and we have a few more minutes left. So I just want to say thank you all so much for joining me today. We had a good turnout today. It's awesome. Every Friday, I want to be doing Fun Facts Friday, because I love connecting with you guys and giving you what I can from spirit and from your loved ones within an hour. And it's great. So please share this video with your friends and your family. And I hope that they are able to join me next Friday. Again, thank you for all the loves that I see all the hearts floating by. That's awesome. And the thumbs up. I appreciate that so much. It means a lot to me. It means that you guys, appreciate me, and I love that. So thank you. It really does mean a lot to me. Sharon Lee asks, I have a friend, Danny, that is wheelchair bound. Thank you. Sorry, getting tongue-tied. And has been accused of a crime he did not do. It keeps haunting him. Do you think he will ever get out of this mess? Do you think He will walk for some reason. I'm seeing November in my dreams. Okay. And listen, if I did not get to your question today during live on this, I will definitely get back to it and answer it, okay? So feel free to leave a question if you haven't already, okay? I want to give some other people a chance to ask a question that haven't been able to be answered. Okay, let's see here. All right. I gotta be honest with you, Sharon, there's always two sides to the coin, and sometimes there's three. Okay? I'll leave you with that. And the other thing that I'm hearing about Danny's situation is that his soul is here repeating itself because he did not learn from the past. I think that at this point he has made peace with that, and so he will not be repeating this in his next lifetime if he believes that. Again, some people believe in past lives, some people think it's a bunch of hooey wooey. I truly, have always had visions since I was a little girl of like the 1600s, like eras where I'm like, how do I even know about this at 5 years old? I was not taught that. I'll tell you that right now. I would get visions and dream about or have visions of me being in that era. So know that's why I believe in past lives and reincarnation and things of that nature, because the angels prove it to me. They always tell me and share me and give me that information as well. So it just validates what I've always known since I was a child. I truly feel that Danny has made peace about his situation, and I don't feel that there's going to be any further chaos surrounding his situation. Okay? Thank you, Sharon. Heather Wheeler asks, is my grandmother with me? Absolutely. She thought of you as a daughter. She definitely watches over you. Very, very sweet. Very, very sweet woman. I feel she was very gentle, almost like the opposite of your mother. She was very gentle and soft and sweet, but strong. And she definitely is supportive of you. And did you just recently get married, Heather? Because she just showed me marriage, so I don't know if you recently got engaged, you just got married, what's going on with this marriage? She's saying, but she's definitely proud of you, and she was there. She will be there during your wedding. So I don't know if that was something that you kind of or weighed heavy on your heart, but know that she's definitely going to be there when you walk down the aisle, or if you already have. She was definitely there. And I just see pink roses. She wants me to give you pink roses, Heather, okay? Okay, so here's the thing. When it comes to questions, right? It takes a lot of energy, spiritual energy, for me to jump into you, to then jump into a friend, to figure out or hear their angels if things are going to work out. I'm saying this because I have a couple of you that are asking me about other people and you're like connected. So know that is difficult. With Fun Facts Friday, I'd rather the question pertain to you specifically because your energy is here. I'm connecting with your energy, not your neighbors, not your best friends, that kind of thing. It's different spiritually because in spirit, they're here with me too. So it's, the people that are alive, if you're asking me about someone that's alive, for instance, Sharon asked about Danny, which is okay because you're concerned about them and you have that loving heart. heart. But just remember that it is difficult for me to try to jump and look around and see what's going on with a specific person other than yourself or within your own family and things of that nature. I just wanted to put that out there. I can do it, yes, but it takes a lot of energy on me, and I want this to be fun. So I want to be able for it to flow rather than me tuning in and going silent, and really having to focus on that. Okay? So thank you again, you guys, for all your questions. I have a client coming in right now, so thank you. I love you so much. It was such a fun time today. I hope you have a great weekend. Please don't forget to share my page, Psychic Medium Laura Estelle, and also go and check out my website at psychiclauraestelle.com. And you're gonna have to put that up in the you know, the website bar. Okay? I love you guys.